Hello students, today we will be going over 9.6 weighted mean. This is page 177 in your blue packet. Our objective, I can calculate and interpret the weighted average of a distribution. Vocabulary, weighted mean, mean in which each averaged item is multiplied by a weight based on its relative importance and the results are summed. Calculate the weighted mean. Examples. Mr. Hall has a weighted grading system. Given Mortimer's scores, calculate Mortimer's grade in Mr. Hall's class. And his system is practice is 25%, projects are 10%, assessments are 40%, and the final exam is 25%. And then you can also look at the grading scale in your packet. A, 94 to 100%, B, and you can see those that are there. We're going to get right to Mortimer's grades right here. On his practice category, he had 108 out of 120, which is a 90%. So what we do is we change our percent. Our practice percent right here is 25%, and we write that in. 25%, we change it to a decimal, 0.25. Then we put times this 90% right there. So we multiply those two together with our handy dandy calculator. Oh, clear. 0.25 times 90. 22.5. Okay. Next we go our projects, which are 10%. So I'm going to just put all these percentages here. 10% for the project. Assessments are 40%. Again, we're changing each of these to a decimal, and the final exam is 25%. Okay. So 95 out of 100 is 95%. That I'm just going to leave at 25 or 95. I'm not going to change the percents on this one. 84, I'm doing this 84 right there. And then 68 right there. Okay, so I'm going to get my numbers over here and add them all up together. So 10% of 95, I just moved the decimal one place over without needing a calculator, and I know that's 9.5. Okay, if I wanted to double check on the calculator, I go 0.10 times 95. And there's 9.5. Hopefully you can see that okay. All right, the next one I go 0.4 or 0.40 times 84 for my assessment category. And that's 33.6. Okay. Then for our final exam, 25%. Times 68, and that is 17. Now we're going to add all that up. 22.5 plus 9.5 plus 33.6 plus 17. 82.6. So Mortimer's weighted percent is 82.6. So if we look at the grade scale, we can see that 82.6 is in the B range. So his letter grade is going to be a B. Okay. All right. Let's go on to one more challenging. I'm going to skip number 2. If we have time to come back to number 2, we can do that. But I wanted to do a harder one, so I'm going to jump to number 3, which is on page 178. Okay. So, a course grade is calculated 25% from practice and 75% from assessments. Given Maxim's scores, calculate Maxim's grade as a weighted percent. So We have our category again that is assessment here, practice here. So assessment, here's all the scores for the assessment. So we're going to add all those together. So I'm going to add all the first numbers up. 1, 3, 6, so 6, 3 and 3 is 6, 7, 8, 9 out of, and that's going to be 16. 4, 5, 6, 10, 14 out of 4, 8, 12, 16. So then I'm going to add 9 plus 14, and that will give me 23 out of 16, and 16 is out of 32 total points for the category assessment. So I guess that assessment total can go there. Next, we're going to do the practice, and I'm going to add the first number, 0, 1, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's going to be 10 plus 2, 3. 13 out of how many total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 4 is 36. Okay. So hopefully you can still see that okay. All right. So what we have to do next is fill this out where it says assessment, points earned, and again, that I should have put 23 there and 32 there. Okay. So then assessment, points earned 23 out of points possible 32. And what's the percent for that category? We take our handy dandy calculator and we say 23 divided by 32. So you actually divide 71.88. And we're going to round to the nearest hundredth. So we're going to move it 2 places over. So it'll be 71 point and then 875. That 5 makes that an 8. So it's 71.88%. Okay, our practice, we have 13 out of 36. And again, we have to divide. I should show that somewhere here. So let's just put 13 out of 36 equals, and then I'll put the percent. And again, over here, you guys make sure you put on your paper 23 out of 32. So you know that's what we did to get our percent. And then make sure you move the decimal over. Move decimal 2 places to the right. Okay. All right. So then we go 13 divided by 36. Oh, I move it 2 places to the right, and it's 36.11. Okay. So I go 36.11%. Okay. Now, okay, so we have the percent for the categories. The next part, what we have to do, and I'm going to have to erase this part here. Hopefully you wrote that already down. Okay. I say that this category, assessment, was 75%. So we take 0.75 times 71.88, and we're going to get a, so we go 0.75 times 71.88, 53.91. And I should have wrote that smaller. Times 71.88 equals 53.91. Then I take 25% for practice. And practice was 36.11. Okay. And this has to equal 1 when you do the percentages there. So it's 25%, 0.25 times 36.11. And I get 9.0275. I'm going to round it to 9.03. Now I go ahead and add those two together. 53.91 plus 9.03. 62.94. So I say that maximum grade is 62.94%. And we aren't given what the percentage is for A, B, C, D, or whatever. Okay. All right. I think you can get the rest of this, students. You rock.